So fancy with the countdown. Doesn't show up on Twitter yet. That's a problem?
No, it just takes some time. My Instagram just connected.
Oh, did it?
Where you from? Man, I'm from down in the valley.
I got people trying to wish and pray that I'ma fall about it, all about it till we spoke in person. Don't wanna talk about it now, huh? Oh, you sound tough, toying with them, don't get wound up. How you wound up? Another number in the round up. Put the town up, put this thing up.
You mean like San Antonio? Nah, man, farther.
Got the east side flow. I'm a giant in the space like
FIFA.
All the kids
V's up, player.
Every time when they see my show, thinking that it happened overnight.
Let's start the show, Wattis.
What's the word, bird?
Hey,
That's not a
what's
good
up?
intro. That's not a good intro. Because I say that, like, what's the word, bird? But now that I said it on this video, it's not a good intro. I should probably stop saying that.
I agree with that. That I didn't really like that one.
Well, thanks, man. Thanks for being supportive. I appreciate that
You're welcome. You're
very,
welcome.
very much. Very, very much. What's good, man? Sunday love.
Not much. Big week of baseball. Big weekend of baseball. I mean, you and I were watching the high school games, the high school softball games, and then we had the conference tournament. So that was a lot of my week. A lot of my week this week. And yeah, again, if I'm watching a lot of baseball, it's a good time for me.
So, are you tonight watching baseball?
Uh, Tonight, no. I Sundays I watch all my baseball in the afternoon.
What do you watch on a Sunday afternoon other than Southland?
The Astros.
Loser. How are they doing this year?
Uh, they're not.
They're not doing?
They're not doing this year. Yeah.
Are they doing that bad?
Uh. Yeah, they are. Uh-huh.
What's
Unfortunately,
bad? Like,
yes.
are you talking about they have 5 wins out of 30? I don't follow Major League Baseball.
I try to avoid looking at the record when my teams aren't doing very good. Um, they're 19 and 29, which I mean, I guess is not terrible, but in for what we've done recently, yes, that's pretty bad.
I mean, when's the last time they were good?
The last time they were good, I'd
Yes.
say 23.
So 4 years ago.
Yeah, like really good 23, I'd say, yeah.
And then the last time they cheated was 2018.
I mean, I'm sure they've cheated less recently than the Dodgers have, so
Do you think they all cheat?
oh yeah, of course they do. It's
Okay.
that's like that's baseball. Like everyone cheats.
I mean, you're stealing signs, right? It's like
I mean,
it's not cheating until you get caught.
yeah, exactly. And unfortunately, they had a whistleblower that, yeah. But again, it's baseball. They've been cheating in baseball since like the beginning of time. It's just do you want to admit it or not? You know?
I don't mind if they're cheating while the players are on the field.
Hmm.
I don't mind that. Cheat all you want. That to me is just a level of, they're better at being observant, if you will.
Yeah.
But the trash can dog,
I mean,
the trash can, the
it does
dugout.
write the jokes. It does write the jokes itself, but like they could have picked a better way to relay the signs than bang a trash can, you know. But you know what? We've won 2 World Series. I don't care how it happened. I'm happy either way.
I mean, that was a nice stretch.
Yeah, from 2017 to, I mean, 23, like being that dominant, like that stretch they had, like consecutive ALCSs, going to World Series, like almost every other year is just, that was a great stretch, man. I don't know that that's not going to happen again in my lifetime for sure. I'm glad I was here for it.
Ray Silva says, "Whistle while you work."
Whistle while we work.
What
I
does
like
that
to
mean, Ray
whistle.
Ray? I mean, I think I know. I'd rather him say what it means, Ray Ray. So Ray Silva broke my ankle or my kinkle. So we got to tell the story before we get into our debate because Ray
Okay.
wants to hear the story.
All right, let's hear it.
So we were at the press conference where you were at the press conference at
The
Chambers.
Chambers one? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, chilling, having a great time. Beautiful day. You know, BC comes on, he motivates, right? We get to talk to some coaches. Beautiful thing. I see Ray Ray Silva. Fine gentleman. I spend a good 30 minutes with him.
Hmm.
Amazing time. We're walking outside, and this is my version of the story, Ray Ray, and you can't talk because you're not on it. So I'm going to tell you my version. So he throws something on the floor, and I got to pick it up. Then he puts a rock under my shoe. Yeah, it was a water bottle. He threw my water bottle. Well, then he hit me with the water bottle
Okay.
in the face. A little bit of embellishment, but hey, it's my story. I'm sticking to it. So he hits me with the water ball in the face, right? I was gonna alley him, like Street Fighter,
Hmm.
but I decided not to. He's a younger guy than me, so I didn't want to, I didn't want to alley a younger guy. So he throws a rock under my foot. I bend down, my kinkle breaks. It's been hurting ever since.
Okay. I
So,
mean,
I mean, what are
that's
you gonna
just,
do? He's an ankle breaker, if you will.
I mean, that's a story. Yeah. I
I mean,
like
it's
it.
my story.
Yeah.
No, but really though, my ankle does hurt still, Ray. I'll be honest with you, it really does still hurt. I didn't
Yeah.
really run before. I was more of a fast walker,
Mm.
so I can walk less fast now, but it does hurt. And I hope it gets better. I was hoping it got better already. But when was that? How long ago was the press
Oh
conference?
man. I don't even know. Was it was it after the tournament or before?
Oh, it was way before the tournament, man. We're talking like
So
it's
February?
got to be at least a month ago.
No, no,
Because
no.
B,
Like no, no. Like the basketball tournament.
well, yeah, man, he got hired way after the basketball tournament.
Okay. So then late March, early April,
What are we now? May something? Yeah,
mid
I would
May right now.
say early April. I think he hit the ground running
Okay.
on it. So the ankle's still messed up.
Hmm. Oh, two
Two
months
months
ago.
ago, he says. Is it that long, Ray Ray?
Wow. That's like spring break.
Can you put the comments on the bottom so Ray Ray can show his profile picture? What's Ray Ray's profile picture? It's probably some of these ankles being broken. No, what has he got there? It looks like he's working on his profile picture. Ray Ray, what's going on here? He is working though. He works way harder than I do, so
Mm.
got to give it to him. Well, welcome. Another Sunday night live. Kind of want to go over the agenda of what we got cracking. So we're gonna have some fun for about 20 more minutes. Damn, it's 10 minutes in already, right? And then
Yeah.
we have Gannon Lauer and Mariela Silva, who is nice enough to be Gannon's girlfriend and an athletic trainer for baseball and I believe football. So we're gonna have her on, and we're gonna try to embarrass Gannon. I'm joking, Gannon. We're not gonna embarrass you. We're not.
We'll have to see
But
what she likes better, athletic training or being his girlfriend.
oh, don't say, man. Have you met Gannon?
No, I haven't. I haven't met him.
He's a big dude, man. I'm not saying anything about Mariela. Big dude, deep voice, cool cat though,
Oh, okay.
man. I was able to meet him a couple times, and then at the spring game, spent a couple minutes with him. I believe
Okay,
his
cool.
family, so that was fun. So
Yeah.
that's going to happen in 20 minutes. But really, to me, well, let's play the video. Play the video, and come on, you play the video and you like it.
If I have to.
Play the video, man.
All right, fine. I'm gonna leave it small so nobody can see it. That's what I'm gonna do.
Of what the next value food trend is going to
You know what
be.
I think? It might be like an unpopular opinion because of like the breakfast taco like here in the valley, but I think we might start seeing more like burritos, dude. Like in LA, pues that's what it's about, especially like for breakfast. Pero aquí, like I've heard people say there's not enough burrito places. Like friends have told me, and then I started seeing like a couple of people like already starting a business like doing burritos. You don't hear that much yet, but I think that's something that's gonna be happening.
Were you talking about breakfast burritos?
I think just burritos in general, dude. Yeah, like I've been to only like a couple of places that actually have them. Tacos del Plebe has a really good one, but yeah, I don't think we have enough burrito places, and I'm talking like big burritos, dude.
Give me your official prediction of what the next.
All right. Well, shout out to the Rio Grande podcast. They do really great content. So if you haven't seen their show, they just had Jeremy Springer on, and I shared that, and they've had some really cool guests. So if you guys haven't seen that, but the bigger issue is burritos versus tacos. Obviously,
Yes.
I am from California originally and have Valley roots, but I miss the burrito. So I'm team burrito. What are you,
Okay.
Marco?
I I'm team taco. I mean, like 100%. But
Taco.
I mean, if you want a burrito, then make one at home. We don't need more places here.
Are you kidding me? What? That's not even a logical statement.
If I want a good taco, I'll cook. If you want a burrito that bad, look up on
Yeah,
YouTube how
but
to
the
make one.
context of that argument makes no sense.
It makes
If
perfect
you want a
sense.
taco, make tacos at home is what you're saying. The cop out because you know the burritos win.
No, no.
All right,
Tacos are
let's.
so easy to make. They taste way better. You can do so many things with them.
I mean, to be honest, the burrito has more rice and beans. You get more for your money in a burrito. A good burrito, right? You can wrap it and it won't drip as much as a taco. Well, I guess you can wrap a taco too.
Yeah, and if I get a big enough tortilla, I could also have a lot of rice and beans and stuff in there too. I
Yeah.
mean, and all I need is a plate, and then I don't have to worry about things dripping out.
When's the
So
last time you had a burrito?
uh, I get those dollar ones from Stripes.
That is, excuse my language, a SH burrito. But I enjoy them, and my daughter gets them, and I eat them. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I'm not
Hey,
gonna sit here and lie.
those are
Danny, what are you
the
doing? Why aren't you in here, Danny?
yeah, a burrito's. Actually, I think a burrito's first bite is the worst, Danny,
Wait, hold on. The
not the
burrito's
last one.
last bite is the best. It has all the juices from the top of the burrito that goes down to the bottom of the burrito.
Or maybe you're just happy that you're finishing it. You don't have to eat it anymore.
Now forget that. Forget that. Danny, you're gonna lose your food card with that last one. A burrito's last bite is the worst. Too much tortilla. I mean, if you're just getting the bottom of the burrito and you're just eating tortilla, see, look, Danny's almost home. He's gonna have to join if he's able to. We should probably tell him to join from his cell phone. Send him the guest invite. So he's talking about the tortilla at the bottom of the burrito, and he says the last bite's just tortilla.
I mean, he's not wrong.
I mean, he's not wrong, but he's not right either because if you go like a quarter inch, right, and get the last bite with all of it, it's the size of your taco.
Yeah, but you don't
Wait,
have
hold
to.
on. It's the same amount of protein as a taco, the last part of a burrito.
What?
Yeah, think about this. The last quarter inch of the burrito, you have all the juices from the top. You have the rice, the beans, the asada, the bistec, whatever the hell you want. Excuse my language. From the bottom. That is equivalent to one taco.
I mean, do you not know how to eat that it like just pulls at the bottom?
Yeah, do I look like I don't know how to eat?
I mean, I don't know.
Of course I know how to eat. Do you know how to eat? What kind of question is that? Of course I know the the best. Okay, then let's say this: street tacos or tortilla tacos? Because you probably don't even like the flour tortilla tacos
What? Why do you say that?
because you're very judgmental.
You just judged me right there. Um,
Absolutely.
it depends on what is inside the taco.
Okay.
Like, if it's a breakfast taco, I'm gonna get flour. If it's a fajita taco or a street taco, obviously I'm getting corn. It just depends what's in it.
Do they even make breakfast tacos that are flour or that are
Yeah,
corn tortillas?
yeah. You just switch them and put the food inside.
No. You're lying to yourself. When have you bought a breakfast corn tortilla taco? Where? When Ray says Starlight Burger on 23rd Street in McAllen. I don't know McAllen, but I'm gonna write that down. Hold on, Starlight Burger.
Oh, I think they have a burger eating challenge. I've been wanting to go there.
Yeah, I'm not good at that. I'm a fat boy, but I
Uh,
can't eat that much. Look, Waters is joining. Let
oh,
that guy in.
all right.
Waters! Oh, it's that Waters!
It's good, homies.
Tell
Burrito
them
or
how.
taco? You
Tell them
you
how bad burritos are.
judgmental
Come on.
man, you.
Yeah. So I'm gonna agree with both of you. The
Oh,
burritos at Stripes do not qualify as a real burrito. It's just a snack. Um,
You're talking about the
but
drive-in theater burritos, right?
yeah, the ones that you can get at Starlight, the Stripe, there's like super deep fried bean burrito. So
Oh,
that
that's what
doesn't.
he's talking about.
I think that's what you're talking about, Marco.
Okay.
oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't.
That's the only burrito I've ever had.
Are you
Yeah.
If you
serious? You don't even know what I'm
it,
talking about, then,
I
man.
mean, if you don't count Chipotle, that's the only burrito I've ever had.
I'm talking about Chipotle burritos.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
like Chipotle.
The
Yeah.
burrito or just Chipotle?
Both.
Okay.
So, but I will say tacos are better than burritos because the ratio of ingredients to each bite is better.
Yes.
But you're still talking about the bottom of the burrito, though. That doesn't
No,
make any
I'm
sense.
saying throughout the consumption of the burrito versus the taco, because you're gonna have, because you said it earlier, there's way too much rice and bean in a burrito compared to the taco, which could be more well balanced. And I know sometimes, like I was eating taqueria earlier, and I did have to keep shifting around the ingredients to make sure each bite was good. But still, I don't know, it's a better ratio in my opinion.
All right, for everybody listening, we're going to get to sports, but we're going to spend a couple more minutes. I don't even think we're going to get to anything but the interview, but that's okay. Remember, 8:30 we have Gannon coming on, so you guys don't have to listen to this for much longer. But has anybody so if there's any Californians in this chat, the 20 people, whatever is on, there's there's a place called Alberto's in California. Not only is it Alberto's, there's Rigoberto's, Aliberto's. They do all kinds of different types of Alberto's.
So they
But
can
you can
rhyme. What's so cool about that?
Oh, thank you. I'm a rapper. What I'm saying though is you can get the burrito without rice and beans and just get fajita and guacamole, and that's money.
Yeah.
No rice and beans. What do you think about that, Juarez?
Yeah, no, I'll take that all day. I mean, there's better utility in the burrito in terms of containing all the ingredients. So
Yes. Thank you.
from a functionality standpoint, the burrito is slightly superior. But I mean, we're splitting hairs here. Like it's all the same ingredient. It's all the same ingredients. It's tortilla, a protein,
Then
Star,
why
Chili
don't we have
Cheese.
more in the valley? The guy just said that was a 4Kid guy. He's a big time influencer
Yeah,
that
no, I
does.
follow his stuff. He's good.
Yeah, he's solid. He's saying the new trend is having more burritos. And TikTok, who I just started using like a year ago, these ladies that sell the burritos like in Westlaco out of their car, I love it. I watch them for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, and
And
I've
they're
had
selling
burritos
burritos.
in yeah, I've had burritos in LA and the Bay Area, and they're good. No, they're really good.
I just think burritos are superior.
Ah, man,
That's
but
just a personal
you
opinion, I
can
guess.
you commit fully with a burrito. Like you're getting your entire meal in a burrito. And a taco, you can get a variety. You can get, a bistec. I got tripas and asada today
Mm.
in one plate. You know,
But what
you
if you
can't.
can put it all together in one burrito? Like a combo burrito, if you will. Tripas, asada, al
Yeah,
pastor. Just put it all in one burrito. All those
you're
magnificent juices go to the bottom of the burrito and it gets caught in the bottom of the burrito, right?
yeah. Now
Well, as
that's
it's flowing down your shirt, like me, of the juices that go on your arm, go to your elbow and make you feel like a despicable person, right? Because then you wipe them up and you don't eat them because that would be gross. You may eat them, I don't know, whatever.
yeah.
But that's the burrito, man, and that to me is a good time. But
You're gonna pay a little bit of a premium for that second meat in the burrito.
yeah, you are. That's true. The burritos nowadays are pretty expensive. So, I mean,
Yeah,
I'll give you that. We move on. Let's talk some baseball for you guys,
I,
right? And Danny,
I'm,
obviously you can jump
I'll
out if
catch
you
y'all.
want or
I'll
stay
catch.
in, but thanks for jumping on.
Yeah,
All
Safe
right. See
travels,
ya.
man.
yes, sir.
All right, later. All right, let's talk a little baseball. We had three Valley teams advance in baseball, two in baseball, one in softball. So I want to talk a little bit about that and celebrate them. PSJA Softball advanced. They played, I believe, Dripping Springs. Is that correct? Who they beat, right, Marco?
Yeah, they swept Dripping Springs in 2 games, so they the games were pretty close. I mean, we got to watch them on YouTube. But again, softball or PSJ was just too much for Dripping Springs. I mean, they're 38-1. I mean, so they're a
Wait, PSJA
pretty
is 38-1?
they're 38-1, man. So they're
Ooh, wee.
they're they're a dominant team. So again, they're the 6A Division 2 Region 4 champs. They're going to be playing Katy in the state semifinals this coming week.
Can that
So,
pitcher pitch every because softball's different. Can the
oh
pitcher
yeah,
pitch every game? Because she's
I
going to,
don't.
I believe, Arizona State, right?
Yeah, she's a junior. Emma Escamilla, she's a junior this year, and she's in Arizona State commit. I don't know if there are pitch count limits in softball, high school softball, like there are baseball, but typically softball pitchers can pitch multiple days.
Yeah,
And
like they'll
I
go back to
believe,
back.
yeah, and I believe she did pitch both games this past weekend.
I think so.
Um, but again, just to see just how much Emma Escamilla has been dominating, she's leads the team with a 587 average, 17
Oh,
17 home runs, and
oh,
a 1,300 OPS. That's just the hitting side of it.
and they
On
don't
the
want to pitch
pitch,
to her. They walked her a couple times.
yeah, I mean, with 17 home runs and she's hitting more than 500, she's going to get a hit more than half the time. And then on the mound, she's 19-0.
What a beast!
She's got a 0.78 ERA, so she's giving up less than 1 run a game,
Ooh,
and she's got 230 strikeouts this year.
wow.
That's crazy. But again, they're going to be facing Katy in the state semis. I don't know what the rankings are right now for softball, but the last one I saw had Katy number 1 and PSJ number 9. So it's going to be a really good matchup right there.
Wait, 39-1, and they're number nine.
The last one I saw, I don't know how recent those rankings were, but I
Mm.
mean, softball is one of those sports where the really good teams are really, really good. So they're not
Well,
going to be the
looking
only
forward to
one
that
loss team
one.
there.
I mean, we got a couple minutes. Let's go to
Yeah.
PSJ. Let's go Sharyland Baseball,
All
right?
right. So Sharyland Baseball, 33-4. They reached the 5A Division II regional final. They're ranked number 5 right now in 5A.
Nice.
And they beat Liberty Hill in 3 games this past weekend. They lost the first game, but they were able to take the second 2 and advance. A little fun fact: this is the first time in the regional finals for Sharyland since 2019. But in that team, Bart Bickerton was the coach. He was a longtime coach there in Sharyland. He was coaching there when I was at McAllen Memorial. We played against them. But his son now, Austin Bickerton, is the coach now at Sharyland. So it went from dad to son, and Austin was able to take Sharyland back to the regional finals. First time since his dad was the coach. And
Okay, let's go
then,
to PSJA Baseball real quick. We got 3 more minutes.
yeah, now just real quick, Sharyland's going to face Cedar Park in the regional final.
And when is it? Do you know when it starts?
It's going to be Thursday, probably.
Okay.
They haven't said yet. And then PSJA again, PSJA baseball. They also reached the 6A Division II regional final. They're ranked number 7 right now in 5A, or sorry, 6A. They also beat Austin Westlake in 3 games. They lost the first game, but they were to come back and take the last 2. PSJA is 29-8, and they're going to face Dripping Springs, who just swept La Jolla. So we can get some revenge on the other Valley school right there, or revenge
Yeah.
for the other Valley school. But again, this is also a rematch of last year's regional final where Dripping Springs beat PSJA in 3 games. So hopefully PSJA can pull out the win this year and make it to that state semis. Just one notable player for PSJA, we got JT Reina, and he leads the team with a 500 average and 590 on base percentage. So again,
Is he
there's a
the kid
lot.
that signed to Coastal Bend, or is that not him? You don't
I'm
know?
not sure. I'm not sure if that was him or not. But
Okay.
looking at their stats, PSJA has a lot of guys that are contributing really well. So
Studs, man. I watched that game in the car on my way back home from San Antonio, and I hadn't watched really any of their games, I'll be
mhm.
honest. And they play with the moxie. I love it.
Yes.
Like they have some swagger to them. You know,
Hmm.
they use a lot of the baseball stuff, right? I mean, you got, buttons out, right? They're showing a little love. I love that, right?
Yeah.
They're talking to each other. One guy got beamed by a pitch, little stare down action to the pitcher. I'm not condoning violence, right? We don't want that, but they were definitely different. So we're looking forward to seeing them and being able to see what they do because I mean these all 3 of these teams have a chance to keep advancing.
Yes. And it'd be cool to have a state champion after. I mean, Westlaco a few years ago. I mean, that walk off grand slam to win state. I mean, it'd be awesome to have another state championship down here.
Well, we have one in track. So preview to Wednesday, we're going to have a track show with Ivan Palacios from RGV Sports, and we have a special guest, Isabella Parker from Mercedes, who just won the state championship, is going to join us on that show. So I'll promote that a little bit and give her some love. And I'm trying to see if we can get more. I mean, we had Angel Rodriguez that from Pioneer, I believe he won. He got third place, I believe, in the long jump. So there's a couple other things that we can do. So
Yeah.
I'm
And
looking
is it?
forward to talking about that. We'll do that another. And we'll talk UTRGV baseball in another show,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? We can always
And
do that because it's the season's over,
yeah, we,
right?
we got
So
time to wrap it up. But Isabella is also heading to UTRGV next season. She's committed to
she is.
UTRGV, so it'll be fun to see her continue here with us at UTRGV.
Yeah, the track team is becoming a beast, man. I'm
Hmm.
telling you. Obviously, I'm a track guy. I threw the shot put. So they're recruiting at a high level. Nayla, I believe, just graduated, but I
Yes.
believe she still has another year of eligibility, I believe, if
Okay.
I'm not mistaken. I got to double check that. They signed a couple of good throwers. They signed some more, runners. Gail Romo, I believe his
Hmm.
name is. He's a local kid that's on the team. So we're going to definitely talk some more track and field in the future. But they won the Southland Indoor Championship on the women's side, so they have some momentum in that program. And Coach Hicks and Coach Jake and that coaching staff. is doing a really good job, and we'll give them some flowers coming up pretty soon on
Yep.
it. So we're waiting for Gannon to join. As we're waiting, really this week from UTRGV standpoint, we got nothing, man. It's over, right?
Yep. I mean, baseball's done. I mean, there's really not much more to talk about. Oh, we got Gannon and Mariela here.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hi guys.
How we
Hey,
doing?
There they are. What's going on?
What's up, Mr. Roy? How are you doing, Mr. Marco?
Doing
good. How
very
are you
well. So
doing?
let me get the introduction going on. So we're happy to be joined by the main person that we're all here for, Mariela. Sorry, Gannon, you can leave.
I knew it.
You can leave, right? Gannon Lauer is a right tackle. Correct me
Yes,
if I'm
sir.
wrong. Right?
Yes, sir.
Starting right
That's right.
tackle. Did an amazing job last year in the inaugural season. Hawaiian boy, right? I don't know if you can tell a little bit,
Just a
right?
little.
So came over to UTRGV in the season and really did a great job. And I've been able to talk to him a couple times. So thank you for joining. And then we have Mariela Silva.
Hi.
She's an athletic trainer with UTRGV. Just graduated. Congratulations.
I did. Thank
Woo-hoo.
you.
So Marco's an alumni. I'm not an alumni. Congratulations on that. And I know it's a huge achievement. So I wanted to wish you congratulations on that. But thank you guys for joining.
Thank you
Absolutely.
for having us.
Our
All
pleasure.
right, we
Thank
got the
you.
first question because we just spent 20 minutes on it, right? I'm going to ask you a question. And when I count to three, you got to give me your answer at the same time. Okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go. Tacos or burritos? One, two, three.
Tacos.
Tacos.
All
Oh,
right. There we go.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
no.
All the
No.
way.
All right, Gannon, I'm going to go with you first. Why do you pick tacos over burritos? And when's the last time you had a burrito?
The last time I had a burrito, I was about 12 years old. So I have a gluten allergy. I have celiac disease. So I can't, I usually
Mm,
can't even eat burritos. So I just stick with corn tacos, corn shells. That's my jam. And,
all
a little
right.
type of heat is on there. I saw you talking about that, Marco.
I
Nothing
Yep.
better.
did.
The Tex meets the Mex. And that's good stuff right there. That's half the reason why I committed to the Valley.
All right, how about
Oh,
you, Mariela? Why is it tacos over burritos?
I've always had a preference of tacos over burritos. I just think that it's not very like much something my family always eats, and it's something that I always like to go get.
Have you seen the TikTok shows about the girls or the people selling burritos, breakfast burritos at all?
I haven't. I'm not on TikTok much, but she is.
Okay,
And I
so
haven't been on that side.
do me a favor, do not click on it because now on my feed, it's all people selling burritos. The whole thing, I'm scrolling up and it's some other lady selling burritos. So, although it's very entertaining and I watch it for at least 3 minutes, I'm a burrito guy and I'm from California originally. So, in California, burritos are very, very important. So, we had a comment from Danny earlier is that I like when the all the juices from the burrito go to the bottom and it catches itself in a tortilla, right? And then you're able to get all the juices in the last bite of the burrito. So that's why I like the burrito.
Ah, I see. Okay, I have a question for you, Roy, because I know that
Give it to me.
he and my right guard from last year, Vicente Hughes,
Mm-hmm.
what is better, California Mexican food or the Valley Mexican food?
you got to
Ooh.
be careful here, Roy. You
Ooh.
got to be careful here.
I'm going to have to say the Valley.
Hey, there you go. Right
I
answer.
am.
That was
I
my
mean, I
answer.
love my California burritos, right? The like we talked about Alberto's. Alberto is like a fast food Mexican food place in California that has a drive-through, which for some reason Mexican food's hard, except for Taco Palenque. There's not many drive-through Mexican foods for some reason.
Taco and Toto.
That's true. That's true. That's one.
I've been here for a
RVG
year, but
tacos.
I
That
would
has a
like no more.
drive-through.
Come on, man.
That has a drive-through. So yeah, I got to go with the Valley. I do. Marco has a question for you guys.
All right. So I guess Gannon, I guess. So are we thinking Hawaiian food or Mexican food? What is
Ooh, that's a tough
what's
one.
I want
That's
to
a
chime in. I
tough
want to
one.
chime in. I want to chime in because there's no Hawaiian L and L barbecue in the Valley. The chicken katsu. the macaroni salad, the spam wasabi. You're talking to a fat boy here. I know my stuff here. And I can't find it. I had to go when I was going to San Antonio and stop over to get my Hawaiian food. So I just want to throw that in there. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. I'll shut up.
No, you're all good. That's a tough one. I will say, out of the restaurant chains that I've been to, Mexican food is much better than Hawaiian food. However, you get the aunties, you get the tias involved.
Oh, okay.
Nothing like some homemade lao lao, huli huli chicken, loco mocos. Whew,
hmm
What
right
is
there.
that? I don't even,
Nothing beats
explain
that.
what that is.
Okay, so lao lao, it's a tea leaf wrapped with kalua pork and like different vegetables inside, and then huli huli chicken is like a pineapple marinade on grilled chicken, and then loco
Mm.
moco is like a reverse burger. So there's
Mm.
rice. I like to put caramelized onions over that, and then burger patty, and then you smother it all in a fried egg and some gravy. There's nothing better.
Nice.
Nothing
Nice.
better.
Okay.
I had a roommate in college from Hawaii. It was a Filipino guy.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, so he used to make
Portuguese
Hawaiian food
sausage,
and
loco mocos,
typical dude. He had his little guitar with falele. What are they called? The
ukulele,
small what's it?
Oh,
ukulele.
You said it better than me, right? So he
Yeah,
used to
jam on
jam
that thing.
out with
Yes, sir.
that,
yeah.
right? And he was a really one of the nicest guys ever.
I
I was not a good roommate.
I should have brought mine for you today. Again, I got in the other room.
You got one,
Yeah,
right,
no, I
Marco?
I have. Oh man, where'd he go?
We lost him.
I have a ukulele.
Do you really?
Yeah, I play guitar. I play ukulele. I play it all. Yeah.
Let's see if we can
But
get them back.
yeah, when he comes back though, I gotta ask him poke or tacos. So,
The poke is
but
like the raw fish one, though, right?
it doesn't have to be raw. But
Well, who's gonna make it not raw? You got to ask for it.
well, you order. It's like sushi. You order it raw or you order it cooked.
There they are.
Our our iPad have died a little bit, but
Oh, okay, no problem. So
Marco has another question for you.
wait, wait,
this question is gonna be for
before
both of you.
before
So,
we move
Hold on,
on.
hold on.
oh, sorry.
Sorry to interrupt. I'd be a bad man if I didn't mention RVG Tacos also has a drive-through, a great
Yeah,
drive-through.
they do.
Oh, okay.
I'm a big fan. I'm a
Very
big fan of RVG. I'm not gonna lie. I'm
yeah,
not gonna lie. That place is good
super good, super good stuff.
for sure.
All
Go ahead,
right.
Marco.
So, again, this is gonna be for both of you guys. And I have an answer to this also. Um, Poke or tacos, since that was your answers.
Are we talking about Valley Poke or Hawaiian?
Uh,
I, I mean, I know we got poke places here, but I'm assuming it's way better in Hawaii.
I mean, Hawaii, you get the stuff caught right from the sea that morning. Like the uncles bring in the fresh ahi, the fresh ono. I
Uh
mean,
huh. Okay, to make it fair, let's talk Valley Poke and Valley Tacos.
ooh, Valley tacos. I gotta
Alley
say, the
tacos.
carne asada,
Okay.
the the Gulf tuna. So
Okay.
I like
So
it. I like it.
that was pretty easy then, but definitely Hawaiian Poke over tacos.
absolutely. I mean, I gotta represent the homeland a little bit. So,
I want to head out to Hawaii one day. I got to have poke from there.
absolutely.
I love I love the poke we have here, so can't wait to have some in Hawaii. But okay, very cool. So I guess my last question for you, Gannon, was what was the biggest food? I know we're talking about food a lot, but what was the biggest food adjustment coming to the valley from Hawaii?
well, I mean, talking about food a lot isn't a bad thing. I play offensive line, 25 pounds. I'm a food connoisseur. I think the biggest food adjustment was I really learned this at my time at New Mexico State more than before I moved to the Valley.
Okay.
Great when I first started my college career, but my spice tolerance
Mm,
had to increase a lot. The moles out here, the salsa is even. I mean, it's got so much heat to it, but it's so good. So learned to love it. Had to sweat a little bit through the pain, but totally worth it. My tolerance built up. It is
okay.
so.
All right.
All right, so
And
we're going to move on from the food, and we're going to ask Mariela a question. So, obviously, I've seen as an athletic trainer, you guys put in a lot of work. I
hmm
respect what you guys do. I've always respected athletic trainers, unsung heroes, and something that a lot of the athletes probably sing your praises more than others. But I wanted to give that some shine. What was the best moment? And you can't say meeting Gannon. What was the best moment being a trainer at UTRGV in the last year?
She didn't meet me as a trainer. FYI.
oh,
I
Ah,
trainer. I would say that one of my best moments would honestly be just encountering all these athletes from all over. I've been blessed enough to meet like different athletes from all over and just interacting with them on a different level and understanding that I spend close to 12, 14 hours a day with these guys and I've just grown to care for them like family. It's just an awesome connection. I feel.
Absolutely. Athletic trainers are a part of our team. They might not get the same spotlight that our athletes do, but without them, any of our UTRGV sports team couldn't run. And so they are, as you said, the unsung heroes and a part of our team as our head coaches. They really help us run the show. And without them, I I definitely would be too beat up to keep playing for the Valley. So give them
no,
all
I agree.
the praise that you guys can.
Now, did you travel with the team also, Mariela? Were you going to all the games?
I didn't. So
Okay.
I was with baseball for fall and spring semester, so I got to see injuries in fall, and then I also got to like cater to the injuries in spring. But I also got to like be a part of every single home game that was for baseball.
What was your favorite moment for baseball? And I know Gannon, I saw him at all the baseball games. He might like baseball, but I think he likes you more than the baseball games. So he might have been checking out the trainer a little bit while she was running out there. What was your favorite moment this baseball season?
The guys are amazing. Their energy is amazing. I loved every single one of them. They made me into the trainer that I am today. And honestly, one of my favorite games that we had was 956 night.
hmm
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, that was crazy.
crazy night to have a game.
Yeah, that was crazy. Gannon, Miguel Marquez said he met you at a baseball game and you're a great dude.
Oh well, thank you very much. It was nice to meet you too, sir.
I actually have the picture of you with the that mask. I
Yeah.
have that one. I was keeping that one in the holster for a day where there's no content.
How
But
did
I
how
was that?
how did you get that? Because I definitely didn't post that anywhere.
No, I found it on Facebook, and I believe I don't know. I don't know if it was Miguel. I don't think it was Miguel that was in the picture, but I found it. I snapped it, and I was holding on. I'll post it. I'll send it to you tomorrow. It's a cool picture, man. Really cool picture. So it shows you, and I think you're given like a sign or something, and then he also has a mask, and so that's a pretty fun picture. So I'll definitely get that to you. Go ahead, Marco.
all right. So again, another question for Mariela. So,
Yeah.
so post graduation, what do we think? What are we doing post graduation now that you're done at UTRGV?
Yeah, so I am going for my master's and obviously a doctorate. So I'm not completely done with school yet. I am
Okay.
going to school. I'm thinking of going my physical therapy route or
All right.
Nice. Is the
Okay.
plan to be a
And
head athletic trainer, or what's your plan?
I think that my time with athletic training is put on hold for a little bit just so I can continue with PT and further like the education. If we had a master's
okay.
program yet at UTRGV, I would have been straight for it and jumped straight on to the master's program. But it should be coming soon, so maybe just maybe I'll go to athletic training route too.
Okay.
Cool.
Awesome. And so you're wanting to study physical therapy?
Yeah, I think that's the route that I'm going to for sure. Just because I want to stay in the realm of sports, I just can't get away from the adrenaline you get out there.
hmm Oh yeah, for sure. So I guess your dream role or future goal of what you want to do with your career, what would that be?
I definitely want to work in the realm of sports, like I said. Kind of just general. I just want to help athletes and like help them know that like just because an injury is there, it doesn't stop you. tell Gannon, like, these are minor setbacks to major comebacks, and you always can come back from them regardless of the injury.
I like that. I like that, Mario. Um,
Mariela, were you an athlete? I think you're from Mission, right? Were you an athlete in high school?
I was in Palmview, so I used to play a little bit of basketball, a little bit of football, a little bit of everything. But honestly, the athletic training football season was everything. So I was not getting on the field.
all right.
Well, I wanted
So
to say thank you, Mariela. Oh, do you have another question, my
I got
bro?
one more. I got one more for her. I think this could help other people. So, what advice would you have for someone wanting to get into athletic training, or something that some advice that would help people maybe in high school now that are thinking about doing that in the future?
I would say, regardless of the long hours that you put, and regardless of all the time and how underrated athletic trainers can be sometimes, and how we don't get a lot of the spotlight, don't let that affect you in the long run. And at the end of the day, like, if you want to do it, do it. Like, no one should stop you, especially in a male dominated field.
Mhm.
The women can do it just as well as men can, and I feel like it's not said much more often than it should be.
I agree. I'm
Very
a girl
nice.
dad, so I love to hear that, and I definitely women can definitely do it. So I want to say thank you to Mariela for joining us, and
Thank
we appreciate you. And this was the first time we had a girlfriend on the show, so clap it up for Mariela, and thank you for joining. And
thank
we're going to transition to Gannon a little bit more, but if you want to stay on, that's perfectly fine. If you want to, leave, that's up to you. Just let us know. But we're going to transition to a couple questions on Gannon.
Okay, perfect. I'll see you guys later. Thank you.
Thanks, Mariela.
Well, thank you guys for having her on. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. We got you some brownie points, man. She's awesome. No, I really enjoyed having her on.
Yeah, she's
Really enjoyed it. So, Gannon, we wanted to go kind of through your football journey for a little bit, right? Because I know you have a different journey. You were at New Mexico State before they were good, right? I think they turned out to be good later, or they had some issues there. Um, how did you end up at UTRGV? What's that story like?
well. So story is, coming out of high school, I was originally committed to UH Manoa. So I was going to Hawaii, and then coaching staff came in. Timmy Chang started running the place, and I
Mm.
lost my opportunity there. So I took my opportunity to New Mexico State. I was a preferred walk on there. I spent a year and a half there during the Jerry Kill era. I played with Diego Pavia, Pete Chiaz, Tank Evans. Um, I was there when they were the best. So I was there
Oh,
the Quick Lane Bowl, and I was there when we got the 10-win season and
Mm.
the Mexico Bowl. And yeah, I learned a lot there. I had some very great coaches, Jerry Kittle, Dryling, Mitchell, very great, intelligent dudes that I learned a lot from, and really got my mindset of how to better myself as an athlete and as a football player and as a man. But I was still growing up there. I was still, I was a boy trying to find my way in the world. I said I was a walk on, and when my time ended there, ran out of money and didn't get the opportunity there. So I hit the transfer portal. Um, Going into the portal, I had some Division II offers, but I always knew that I wanted to play football, and so I chose to bet on myself. I went to Garden City Community College. So I played in the Jayhawk League, the most competitive league in JUCO. I uh, I played there under Q Harris. We had a pretty good season. Um, and here comes uh, Coach Michael Varela, and Coach Varela comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, I'm from UTRGV." I'm thinking, a lot of letters, probably at the school. I already have letters in my pocket, and so but I go home from practice that night. I search about the school, see that it's their inaugural season coming up, and say, what a great opportunity. So I come on my visit here. I see what the Valley has to offer. Palm trees everywhere. Looks like home. Very nice people. Very good food. And I thought to myself, I really like it here. I can see myself spending my life here. Then I go into my meeting with Coach Bush and Coach Bowen, and their mindset, the way they want to operate the things that they want to build blew my mind. Exactly what I did. I thought, you know what, I want to build this. So I committed to your UTRGV, best decision I ever made. I love it. I love this school. I love our fans. There's nothing wrong with it. I love my girlfriend, who I'm gonna marry and make my wife, and I'm very thankful to have met her here.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm very thankful to have been put history here, a lot of hope, joy to the valley, and build it. And yeah,
I wanted to ask a question because obviously we had a pretty highly rated offensive line last year, and I don't think Coach Bowen gets a lot of. They don't talk about him enough, right? And I watch all the interviews, I watch everything, and I haven't heard a lot about Coach Bowen and Coach Barella. What kind of coaching are they giving you, and what makes their coaching so special?
oh, that's an easy question to answer. They never let you rest. They never let you get content. It's always, yes, you might have. I may have won this rep. How can I do it better? Like, where's my hand placement? Where's my feet? How was my set angle? How was my punch? It's never good enough for them, and it's never good enough for me. And I think that's an amazing way to do things, because if you're giving it your all every time and you're always improving, then we're just going to keep on getting better and better. And where I was last year, through this spring, and where I will be after fall camp is going to be a whole different player than what I was last year. I'm so thankful to my coaches and work ethic that they've inspired in me, and all of the they gave me to be a better player, and make everyone on our roster a better player. Everyone's hungry. Everyone wants more. If everyone keeps wanting more, then all we're going to have is success. So,
I agree. I agree. I'll pass it to you, Marco.
Yeah, so Gannon, looking back at year one of UTRGV football, I mean, obviously coming in knowing it was going to be our inaugural season here. I mean, what stood out to you the most personally about this first season, or about starting a football program here? What stood out for you the most here?
that's a good question. I think what stood out to me the most was the support. You know, Walking into that stadium for the first time full of fans, ground was shaking with
Mm,
everyone. I still remember Xavier Nolan scoring that first touchdown, just earthquake on my feet. There's no feeling like that, let me tell you. But I think, like, just the support of the fans, it's incredible. It's electric. They say
hmm
bigger in Texas, especially football, and they were not lying about that. Awesome. And
hmm
so very thankful to represent them and play for them. I'm playing my heart out for y'all. Yeah, I just hope that I make good of my opportunity, and I bring some hope, some love, and some wins to the valley. So,
Oh yeah, for sure. So talking about like that first game, atmosphere there at Backer Stadium. I mean, I was there that first game. I got to see you guys come in. I mean, even as a fan, it was fun to see and just be like, we have Division 1 football here. Like this is cool. Like to see the band on the field, you guys running through, fire coming out of the entrance. I mean, that was cool for me. So, I mean, what about Vacker Stadium like makes it unique for UTRGV? Like, what makes it such a great place to play?
I mean, I got to give it back to the fans again. I mean, yes, the stadium is built very nice. Everything's orange. Everything is our colors, but there's nothing like playing at home in front of your fans, in front of your people, with your support. Um, and, you know, the fans are everything to us. That's why we play. That's why we keep on trying to get better. We want to bring joy to the valley, and
Mhm.
hopefully we do that with each win. We will never stop striving for each win. That's why we haven't lost at home yet, and we'll, glory up to God.
Mhm.
Hopefully continue to do so.
Yup. So
Yeah,
again,
thanks.
uh, so you got to go to some baseball games this year. You got to go to 956 night and see the kind of, I guess, atmosphere we have. I mean, baseball games, football games down here is just a party, man. It's just a place for people to hang out, go enjoy the game, enjoy your friends. I mean, is that a an atmosphere that you've seen before? Any place that you've been?
No, I haven't. I mean, our baseball team at New Mexico State even didn't have as many people, and they're an FBS.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just electric down here. I mean, I can't get enough of it. Like, there's so much where everyone's always yelling, standing, clapping. I mean, when our guys do good, our fans appreciate it, and they let you know how much they appreciate it. And
Mm-hmm.
unforgettable experience, and I'm so thankful to have that, and I'm so thankful to represent.
All right, awesome.
I had a question on a follow up on not kind of that, but a little bit of something else. We interviewed Wes Thompson, obviously your counterpart on the other side, and I had a question for him about the celebrations because the
Mm.
line celebrations, man, you guys, I love it. I love everything about it. Right? I don't know if it was you played the guitar,
Oh yeah,
right? You're doing the guitar. Somebody, I think Wes did the old, one of these ones, right?
West has some
Um,
celebrations, absolutely.
yeah, they're fun. What was that like as far as was that like an out of body experience? Because it almost seems like you guys don't know what to do because you're so excited.
Yeah, I mean, we might not be, we might not carry the rock into the end zone, but when we see our guys succeed, and we see our hard
Yeah.
work pay off in our brothers, in our friends, in our teammates, there's nothing like that. I mean,
Yeah.
energy and excitement I get, I feel like a rock star. That's why I wanted to play the guitar. Let's go. Like, so awesome. I I'm a big fan of winning. I love winning. I hate losing, but when I see my teammates succeed and score, it makes every single hard drive worth it. It makes every play where you know I break a finger or I get hit in the mouth, and I'm like, dang, like I'm tired, like I'm ready. I'm ready to go sit down. But I see my teammates, and that gives me the strength and the energy to continue forward, keep pushing, keep battling, keep fighting for my brothers, and keep fighting for the win, keep fighting for the Valley's win. And yeah, when we score, there's no better feeling on earth. Our fans,
Yeah.
we go celebrate with our brothers in the end zone, and there's, like you said, there's you don't know what to do because it's just awesome, and I'm very thankful to be a part of it. I'm very thankful to help my teammates succeed.
But we don't know what to do either in Section 114. So I usually will just look around and try to get people to say, like, wave their hands too. So, and I had a chance to meet your parents at one of the games at
Really,
the Vaquero Rock. So that was pretty cool to be able to talk to them a little bit. Year two, what are you working on? What's something that you're trying to improve year two to separate yourself from year one?
I mean everything. I think one of my biggest regrets from last year, I gave up 2.5 stacks and 2 QB hits. And there's nothing worse. There's not a worse feeling as an offensive line as seeing your captain, your leader, Eddie Lee, get hurt. And now we have a great room of quarterbacks, guys I've deeply admired, deeply respect, and I don't want to see them get hurt at all. So I think that my pass protection is something that I really worked hard on this spring. I think I've gotten a lot better at that, and I'm excited to go prove that this season. And keep my quarterbacks safe off the ground, clean, in a nice pocket where they can just go throw a touchdown. So I think that's the biggest thing that I've worked on is my pass protection. I don't want to see my quarterback. I, I don't want to see my quarterback even break a sweat, let alone be put on the ground.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, I love that, especially with Eddie, right? He'll look at you with some disappointment, but won't tell you anything. Actually, is he a loud quarterback? Because I've met him multiple times. He seems a little reserved. But I don't think he's reserved. Is he a loud guy or is he a boisterous guy? What type of leader is he?
Eddie, no, Eddie was really good at knowing when to talk.
Mm.
He
Mm,
needed to be, and he was quiet when he needed to be. He was a phenomenal leader. I have nothing but complete admiration and respect for Eddie. I played with Diego Pavia, and I would rather play with Eddie Lee Markberger. I will take
yes.
him. He is one of the best men I've ever met. If I ever have a daughter, I'd let Eddie Lee date her. He's very stand up, respectable, very nice guy, and I have nothing but love for him. And I think all of our quarterbacks really embodied that over the offseason. You know,
Yeah.
our our quarterbacks this year, they're their own people. It's not who's going to be the next UTRGV quarterback. It's not the next Eddie Lee. It's the next Aiden Jacobson. It's the next Garrett Rangel. It's the
Yeah.
next Axel Chavez. It's the next it's the next UTRGV quarterback. And there are a group of phenomenal guys. I have nothing but respect for all of them. And I'm very excited to see them all take the field this year and all lead the Vaqueros to win.
Yeah. No, I love that. And we're going to close out with some rapid fire if that's okay.
Absolutely. Let's go.
All right. First one, favorite football movie?
Gridiron Gang. No. Greater.
Ah, Grader's good, but Gridiron Gang's pretty good too.
Both good.
Gridiron Gang's pretty good. How about Remember the Titans? That one always comes up on the list.
Very good. But I was a walk on, so the greatest walk on story that ever was Brian Burrows.
Yeah.
Nothing like
Was
that.
it Oklahoma? I think it was.
No, Arkansas Razorbacks.
Ah, that's what it was. Okay. I got to rewatch that one. Best advice you've ever received?
That's a good question. Um, Not best advice, but from the movie Greater actually, um, a bad day, a bad moment can fuel a man for a long time if he puts it in the right place. Like
Mm.
that's what happened.
Mm.
I I was a walk on who ran out of money, and I got some student loan debts I got to pay, and that sucked. I wanted it to work at New Mexico State. It didn't. I went to JUCO and I used that anger, that fire, that passion to get my opportunity at UTRGV. Now I use that fire, that passion to win.
Mhm.
So, use what hurts you to better yourself.
Nah, I love that. I love that. Favorite music, because we ask a lot of players, we haven't asked the lineman this, right? Favorite music or artist before a game?
Ooh, before a game, Boss Man Low. Not before.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Boss Man D-Lo is a popular dude. I'm trying to figure out more songs from him because I'm more of an old school, like 90s kind of guy, but this new stuff I'm getting used to. So I like that one.
yeah. D'Lo's.
Dream NIL sponsor. And you can't say OnlyFans. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm sorry. I'm joking. I'm joking. I should have said that. I had that written down. I thought it was funny. Whatever.
Well, I got the hair, so if a hair company, I use some products. If one of them wants to sponsor me, so I don't have to pay for it anymore. That'd be sweet.
So Rogaine, right? Is that probably a good one for you?
No, I like Amica. I like Amica. That good stuff.
Amica.
Yeah, just keeps the
Pre-game meal.
pot. Potatoes and chicken.
Potatoes and chicken. You talking roasted potatoes? What do we got?
Baked potato.
Mashed? What do we got?
Baked potato. Baked potato. Cut it open. Eat the whole thing, skin and all. The coaching staff provides it for us, which we really appreciate. It gives me the fuel to go to war. So
Yeah. Well, we're going to end it on this one. If you could describe the 956 in one word, what would it be?
Dale gas.
Mm.
Dale gas. It's two words, but I like it. I love it. I love it. I love it, man. Any final words for the fans?
I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you. You guys make this a whole experience possible, and I'm so thankful to be able to play for you and represent you and give hope to the Valley. And I will bleed, sweat, go to war for you guys. And I hope to bring wins, championships, rings, and represent the Valley well. And yeah, I'm very happy and very thankful to have my opportunity here. And I'm just excited to be a Vaquero and be a part of this team. And let's go 15-0. Dale gas.
Oh
Let's
yeah.
do it, man. Well, we wanted to say thank you, my boy, and you've been nothing but cool to me, man. Every time I see you, you're always really cool. You know who I am, which is always kind of fun for me as a 45-year-old loser like I am, right? When people know who I am, I thought that was pretty cool to see, and I just love what you're doing. I love what you're doing. I love that you're able to do this, and I'm hoping I'm hoping Mariela, we keep him home and you guys settle in, and we can have Gannon here for years to come because you're a Valley girl, and hope you guys settle in and are able to stay here. But I want to say thank you to both of you for doing this because you don't have to. I know it's you probably get a lot of requests, right? And we just are happy you did it, and we're happy that we're able to tell your story a little bit, right, without being overproduced, right? We're trying to do it the right way to let people know who you guys are. So wanted to say thank you really to Mariela because she was the go-to, right? And Gannon joined us, right, for the thing. So we wanted to say thank you for that.
We want to thank you guys. Thank you so much for this opportunity. We really appreciate, you know, letting us give thanks back to the Valley, back to you guys fans. Um, yeah, we're both thankful to be here and to be a part of UTRGV Sports and Valley Gas.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Well, I think you're. Oh, go ahead, Mariela.
Thank you for highlighting athletic training. I know it's like doesn't get talked about enough, and honestly, it was just a pleasure to meet both of you guys and to talk with you guys.
No, I think the cool part about what I'm trying to do is we're trying to be a little bit different. And I think athletic training, I even try to get a cheerleader. So if you know any cheerleaders that want to jump on, I would love to, because, sports is not just one sport. Like, you got women's basketball. We interviewed Charlotte O'Keefe, right? We're interviewing a girls track member, right? All these different sports, they have stories. So I would love to do another athletic trainer interview or whatever we can. So if you know anybody within the ecosystem, send them our way. We would love to celebrate them.
Axel Chavez and his girlfriend.
Yes.
Yeah,
Let's go. Let's see what's I got Connor Cortez. His girlfriend's last name is Rivas, which I'm a Rivas. So that would be fun. And maybe we can do a dual couple on couple kind of game show. That would be kind of fun.
Yeah, that would be
Wouldn't that be cool?
yeah with
Yeah.
and
yeah.
Ruby.
Yeah, we can do some trivia
Fun.
and have a good time. We can get a little competitive.
Yeah.
So I'll let you guys know when that's going to happen. I'll set it up and we'll do something on a Sunday night.
Sweet.
Yeah. Sounds good.
But before I go, I said three of my quarterbacks' names. I want to make sure that I get them all in there because they're all amazing guys and great leaders. So JJ, Braden Bays, great guys as well. Part of my quarterback room and part of the fire and the soul that
Yeah,
runs.
Base had a nice little drive at the end of the spring game. It looked
Absolutely.
good. I think he hit his brother for a touchdown. That was pretty cool. So we definitely are watching them. So we appreciate you guys. So thank you guys for joining. Me and Marco are going to stay on. You guys
Yeah,
can
thank
jump
you.
off, but we appreciate you guys for doing this. And I'll text you, Gannon.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys.
Hey,
You have a,
safe travels. I know you're traveling tomorrow. Safe travels, man.
thank you guys. Aloha.
All right, brother. Have a good one. How cool was that, Marco?
That was cool. They both seem like super nice.
Yeah, nah, they're very humble, down to earth people, and I know, like I could have gone longer. So I was like, let me just get to the rapid fire before we go 2 hours with them because they're so fun to talk to.
Yeah, I mean, if he's traveling tomorrow, he's got to get ready for that too. But
Yeah,
no, I look forward to meeting him. Like I think I've seen him at a baseball game. I just didn't know who he was. So
really?
I'm gonna have. Yeah, I mean, I didn't follow football too much, so I wasn't like
Yeah.
familiar with the players. Like I wouldn't have, aside from like Eddie. I don't know that I would have recognized anyone outside of football. But
And
yeah,
that, and you know
I'm
what? To be honest, and it's weird to say this, but that's why I do this.
yeah. I mean,
because
it's
because there's core players, right, that get a lot of
mhm,
the publicity, and I get it, right. You always have to
yeah,
have Diaz and Eddie Lee, cool dudes. I've talked to both of them multiple times and they're awesome,
yeah,
but it's the fifth or sixth guy, it's the right
hmm
tackle, right, where you don't hear from them as much as I would like. And one of the things about doing these interviews was to try to tell their stories,
hmm
try to get them in front of the fans. That we're building our fan engagement, we're building our base of fans, right? But to give these guys 20 minutes, 30 minutes to tell their story, it's fun. I love
yeah,
it, and I think from a fan perspective, as a fan, for me, I want to hear this guy talk, man. I want to hear, the trainer. I want to hear, the women's basketball player. I want to hear the women's track team, the baseball player.
Hmm.
Hopefully, we get Hank and his brother Cutter to come on, right? So,
Yeah.
things like this are really going to help the fans build the relationship with these players, right? And we've talked about this offline, right? It's if you build the relationship with these players, wins and losses don't matter. Like,
Yeah.
obviously we want to win, always
Hmm.
want to win, but if you got like Gannon, if you see Gannon, he's gonna recognize you, right?
Yeah.
And you can go up to him and say hi and talk to him, and he's a real person, right?
Yeah.
And think about if you're an 8-year-old kid, looking at these players and idolizing them. So that stuff like that, I think it's a lot of people do it. I just want to be able to try to do it some more and do it the best we can.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where, like like you were saying, you get to know the person. They're not just this guy on the field or this girl on the field. Like they're more than just the sport that they play. So being able to become a fan of the person, to me, is a lot more fun and makes me want to root for that person even more when I know them. They're not just stats on the paper.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, and I hope we do. This Sunday night stuff is going to be fun. Next week, to let everybody know, it's going to be a fun one to me because we have a JUCO coach coming on. So the JUCO coach from one of the junior colleges that we've had some commits recently come from is going to come on this coming up Sunday. Actually, is it this Sunday or next Sunday? Let me double check. Let me check my calendar. Yeah, the 24th is the JUCO coach. So we're
Hmm.
going to have a JUCO coach come on and talk about junior college football. I mean, look, Gannon was a junior college guy. He was at New Mexico State, right?
Yep.
He was a walk-on, right? He went down to junior college, earned himself the ability to come down here. I mean, I don't know the scholarship situation, but whatever, right? And now he's in a stage where he met his girlfriend, right? He played from an inaugural season, and he's happy, man.
Yeah.
The one thing people can see in this interview is how happy he is to be here,
Hmm.
and that is special in its own right.
Yeah.
So I think we
For sure.
have women's basketball. Oh man, I asked for Chaz Detter. I'm gonna keep asking Miguel. I asked, I messaged, I think Charlotte, but I'll ask again because I would love to have Chaz Detter. She is the future of basketball. She's a killer freshman that played really, really well last year. And now with
Hmm.
Charlotte leaving, is going to be a go-to player on the squad. So definitely we'll ask her again. We do have on the 31st, we do have one of the UTRGV women's basketball players that are set to join us. I'm going to confirm that. I don't want to give the details of it yet and like confirm it, but she basically confirmed it. It's one of the commits that we
Hmm.
had. So I'll announce that once we do it. So
Yeah.
that was fun, man.
Yeah, and just like continuing on that topic of highlighting people that maybe don't always get the recognition, or just women in sports. Like um I won't mention names, but like we possibly have a couple interviews with some really accomplished women in sports coming up,
Hmm.
which would be once we confirm, we can talk about it. But I mean, being able to showcase women in this type of field who are succeeding, and uh it's being a teacher, like having having this kind of stuff to show my students, like show the girl students that I have. Like you don't have to stick to something. You can go into sports if you want. You can go into this.
Yeah.
And seeing successful women in sports, I think would be good for a lot of young girls in the valley, especially down in the valley where
Yeah.
um it's even harder to make it, and I think as long as we can confirm those and have some good conversations, I think that's going to be good for a lot of people.
Yeah, that's the other thing about, because as everybody knows, this is not our profession,
Hmm.
right? We're not media personalities, right? So knowing when to say what we're having to do. I want to say the names myself right now, but I'm not going
Yeah,
to because they're pretty cool names.
yeah.
And I have another one too that I'm working on, but we're always working on different guests, right? I'm putting in as much work as I can to be able to get different and different type of guests. I mean, I just, dropping a name, I just talked to Kevin from FCS Nation. He's coming down for a game this year. Huge personality, has a radio show specifically for FCS football. And we did an interview with him early on, and he's down to come back on and likes what we're doing, right? So we're trying to do as much as we can to be different, right?
Hmm.
We just want to be able to spread the word, get the fans to follow the content, and then be able to get different type of interviews to give the fans a perspective that they don't see. Like I'm a big follower of UCLA, right? And I listen to podcasts, I listen to shows, and I look for as much content as I can. I want the same type of thing for UTRGV.
Hmm.
Like I'm trying to bring the fans a different look at what coverage is. And there's a lot of people that do this and amazing at it. And we're not better than any of them. But
Hmm.
but we're trying to do what we can to give the fans a little bit different of an approach to where they
Hmm.
can be happy with what we're doing. So we're going to keep doing it. They're going to keep working on getting these athletes in, and everybody's been cool, man. Like Marco,
Yeah.
all the players you spoke to, have any of them said no to you?
No, none of them have said no. I mean, it's. I think part of it is just being polite. I mean, reaching out to these people and not expecting things from them. I mean,
Yeah.
which as a student, as a D1 athlete, I'm sure they've had a lot of that in their lives. Like people just expect them to do things. But I mean, you also have to be respectful of their time. I mean, we reached out to some baseball players, some high school commits, and it's just you have to keep in mind that they're playing in season. I mean, they're in the playoffs, and I think the fact that we're able to do that is that helps us get those kinds of players. And then I was talking to you, like one guy that has followed me all year that's not a UTRGV player was Chris Olivier from Lamar. I
Lamar, yeah.
mean, he won the Southland Pitcher of the Year this year, and ever since that first series we played them, I mean, he's followed me, he's interacted, and being able to have that kind of communication, even with someone that doesn't even come here, like
Yeah.
it,
Yeah,
that's
it's
that's
cool.
that's really cool, and again having that access and just being his reply to the message I showed you was just being cordial, being respectful. I mean, I think that's just all that these players and athletes want, and I think as long as we can do that, I mean, we can continue what do we want to do with this channel.
Yeah, and I don't know if you caught that with Gannon, right? Gannon said, I asked him, he probably gets, hit up by a lot of people. And I think he
Hmm.
said no,
Yeah.
which is crazy,
Hmm.
right? Like, and I think that's something that we overlook, is that maybe these players aren't getting asked for interviews as much as we think,
Hmm.
and maybe they're not getting the exposure that we want as fans,
Yeah.
right? So we're gonna keep asking. Like I don't care about asking. If they say no, I don't care. We're still
Yeah.
fans no matter what. But none of them have been rude. None of them have ghosted me. They're all willing and able to do it, and we want to give them the platform. So
Hmm.
I think that's going to be something that we can continue to do. Southland Conference foes wish they had support. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Danny's 100%
Yeah.
right. Is
I mean,
that
I mean,
he?
uh,
Go ahead.
I was sorry to interrupt, but I was going to go off of that. Like watching those game sevens today in the conference
Oh,
tournament,
ice cream.
like They were playing at Lamar. They were playing at Southeastern. I mean, those stadiums weren't full. I
Wow,
mean, with
crazy.
playing a game seven to get to the championship series, you would think that like people would want to show up. I mean, it's one of those crazy things. Like, yes, it's 1 o'clock on a Sunday. Yes, if it was here, we wouldn't have 6,000 people because it's just hot. But I mean, we would definitely fill out our stadium. I
Yeah.
mean, it just amazes me that even on in these big games, like people don't always show up. I think we're extremely lucky with what we have here, and I think we just think that other fan bases should be the same. You know, it's just we're very lucky.
Well, I mean, Matlock says it all the time, and we've talked about this multiple times, right?
Hmm.
Other teams want to come play in front of our crowd.
Hmm.
Other teams want to come play at the VAC. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not talking bad about other schools, right? But we're talking about 108% capacity at UTRGV for
Hmm.
football. There's teams in a conference that get 20% capacity.
Yeah.
There's teams that get on a football game 2,000 people.
Hmm.
Like people are trying to get into the stadium as much as they can at UTRGV.
Yep.
If that stadium gets to 20,000, it'll be sold out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's also a viral topic. UTRGV.
Hmm.
There's a reason why we get more coverage, because anything that's posted about UTRGV, one, me, you, Danny, Puro Vaqueros football, all the different handles we have are all going to come together and support it, repost it, and we're trying to
Hmm.
build this community of it's just not us, like it's more
Yeah.
people, right? But the community is saying, "Hey, we care about this, and we're gonna look at it." Right?
Yes.
Even us, we don't have thousands of subscribers. We got, I think we have 212 YouTube subscribers, right?
Okay. Yeah.
But our shows from a view standpoint do pretty well in comparison with the ecosystem,
Hmm.
right? Imagine if we had 8,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Imagine if we build this thing where we have the casual fan tuning in on a Sunday night, right? Imagine if we get the guests that we're planning to get, right? And we get on a Sunday night after a Saturday game, we can get a coach on. How cool would that be? I don't know if it'll ever happen, right? But we're gonna try. There's nothing gonna stop us from trying. If we can't get a coach, we'll get somebody else.
Yep.
But we'll give somebody a platform to hear about the content, to
Hmm.
hear about the school, to hear about the game, to get somebody that knows more than us to talk about the game,
Yeah.
right? So either a coach on the team or a high school coach. I'm going to try to get some of these high school coaches on to talk football. They know what they're talking about. I don't know what that stuff is. I can't
Yeah.
tell you what a cover two shifting to a cover three with the three high wide and the safety creeping up and what that does for the hot route. I just regurgitated that from something I heard. I have no idea what a lot of it is, right? But I know a little bit,
Hmm.
right? So I think that if we can build it the way we're doing it and then get people to follow it, that it's only going to elevate the program
Oh
and it's
yeah.
only going to allow fans to get more access,
Hmm.
right? And I don't know, man, we might need to change this to 9 o'clock because we get more followers as time goes.
Man, I'm gonna have
Nine
to.
o'clock's late though.
I'm gonna have to change my sleep schedule.
I usually go to sleep at 9:30, man, unless we do these.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Yeah.
a, I'm
No.
an early
When.
sleeper. I'm an early riser. I get up at 5 for no reason.
Mm, well, because you go to sleep early. That's why.
Probably. But even when I go to sleep later, I still wake up at 5. On a Saturday when I don't need to wake up, I still wake up.
Hmm.
It's just the worst thing ever.
Yeah. Well, see
Anything else you
that.
want to cover?
Uh I mean, no. We'll say we can save the UTRGV baseball for another time.
Dude, I want Ray Ray to come in here so I can roast him. Ray Ray, what's your email address? I'll email you right now. Look, you talking about my kinkles, dog. Come on, Ray Ray. Come on in and talk.
Yeah, let's
No
get him
Twitter
on.
finger guy. You know, you tough Ray Ray on the Twitter finger guy. Send me put your email address on here so I can put you. We can bring you on and we can talk about it. He said, "Let's go." All
All
right,
right,
Ray
let's
Ray.
go.
Message me on Twitter right now your information. I'll send you the link. I'm down to do it. You down, Marco?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, let's see
Challenge
that.
accepted, Ray Ray.
Yeah.
We
Well,
can talk
that first.
USC if you want, Doug.
You talk. Oh,
I'm
USC.
already
Oh,
up. I
with
might
her.
as well stay up. What's that?
Yeah. No, I was saying, that first show we did, that first live one we did, we started what, like 7:30, 7:45, right?
Dude, it
But
went 2.5 hours.
yeah, we stayed on really late though. We were like, it was like 10 o'clock when we got off.
Danny, you get on here too. Send Danny the link, Marco, please. I know
I
he's
already
at
sent it.
home already.
I already sent it to him.
Yeah, send him
He,
the
j-
link. And Ray Ray, I don't see any messages from you, Ray Ray. I'm waiting. We'll wait. We ain't doing nothing anyways. There's more people here than was before. So Ray
yeah,
Ray's
we
gonna
got
come on
time.
here and get roasted. I'm ready. We're gonna become a debate show. It's gonna be kind of funny.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm still waiting, Ray Ray. My DMs are open. I'm gonna put my cap forward too for this one. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Where you at, Ray
I
Ray?
I will say though, UTRGV dining needs to start going to the football games next season. I need my
Oh,
lemonade. I need my lemonades all year.
I get it. Here we got the email address. Hold on. Let me go and invite him.
All right.
Hold up. Hold up, Ray Ray. Can I do this? If I go, will it show if I get out of this, will it let me back in here? I'm gonna check. What happened when I got out?
You're frozen.
How do I look? Worse?
I mean, you look the same, just really still.
How do I do this? Hold up. Hold on, Ray. I'm coming. Hold up.
Why don't you do it on your phone?
I don't know. It's just weird.
Oh, there's
It's having
Danny.
me. Danny,
What's
is he
good,
on?
homies?
Hey.
Dude, we're getting Ray Ray on here, man.
I'm watching the Gamblers versus the Battlehawks on TV.
Mm.
The Gamblers. What is that? Like
We
UFL?
live? What's good?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
we're live.
live.
Who are we waiting on? Why? Oh, did Roy drop off?
No, I'm getting a. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can't
I'm
see
getting Ray
Roy.
Ray on here.
Oh,
We're
Roy
getting
is.
we're getting Ray Silva on here.
I don't know what Roy did.
Okay. Uh,
South
I
Texas
know y'all were
boys.
gonna get into UTRGV baseball a little bit, or at least you were about to, and then you got sidetracked with
Oh no, no.
the.
I was saying we'll get into UTRG baseball a different time.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, maybe we can at least get into the um conference honors because we know somebody that got snubbed.
Oh yeah, your guy,
Oh
man.
boy.
Am I back
I
on?
yeah, you're
Yeah, you're
here.
back on.
Yeah, I agree. Thomas Williams should have gotten something. Like
He got nothing.
he
Are
didn't
you
get
serious?
anything. Yeah,
Mm.
All right, I just sent the invite to Ray Ray. Let's see if he joins.
but yeah, I don't know. Like not even second team. Like
How did he get
he's
nothing? He was the one. He was our best hitter.
mhm, no
Yeah.
idea.
I think even Armani called it out in his interview.
Yep. Yeah, he did.
He did.
Yeah, it's who is what the coaches vote on this, right?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you
Is it the
exactly.
coaches?
I think it's the coaches. Yeah,
Mm.
I think
Here,
I
I'm gonna
heard that
jump
on one
off.
of the
See if Ray Ray
streams.
jumps on. Adam, I'll be right back.
Yeah. I was
But yeah,
uh I was settling into the house, but I caught a little bit of the Gannon interview. It looked like a good conversation.
yeah, it was fun, man. Him and his girlfriend, really nice people, like really nice people.
Ray, looks like Ray Silva jumped on. What's good, homie?
Hey, good evening, gentlemen. How's everything going?
Good evening.
Good, bro. You keep talking about these cankles.
It was a failed alley oop attempt, and he dropped it. That's all I'm gonna. That's the story I've got, and I'm gonna stick to that.
I'm back on.
Yay!
All right, let's talk about you breaking my ankle viciously outside of the field house, man. First of all, you threw something under my foot.
I did not
I don't
throw anything
understand
under
it.
your foot.
Like I don't
Let's clear
understand why
that.
you pick on. You're younger than me, aren't you?
Hey, we're both in the 40s now.
We
You,
can't.
you,
Well,
I
welcome,
mean,
Ray
hey,
Ray,
you
man. I
wanted the
wanted to say
strap?
thank you for
Hey,
jumping
I'm
on.
strapping.
Let me introduce you real quick, Ray. Everybody knows Danny and Marco, right?
Mm-hmm.
Danny obviously is my my co-guy, my co-director in DITV Sports, and Marco is jumping on with us on the baseball side. Has been blessed to help us out with a lot. But Ray Silva, man, introduce yourself, tell us who you are, and we got 50 or 60 people talking to us. So introduce
Well,
yourself.
I'm enjoying this. Thank you guys for inviting me on very last second. I am the beat writer for FCS Nation now for the Southland Conference. I did the inaugural year for UTRGV Football, and I'm also the founder of South Texas Border Sports as well.
Mm.
Hold on. Now that's a little bit of a flex you did there, Ray Ray. Let's back it up. Let's
Okay,
back it up.
okay,
So I heard you say that you were FCS Nation UTRGV,
yes,
but now you're FCS Nation Southland Conference.
correct.
Mm.
Correct.
Wow.
Oh,
I
Congrats.
am going to be
oh.
doing the
So
Southland Conference. Last year they didn't have a representative, and I got thrown in there kind of like last second type ordeal. But it was mainly covering the first year of FCS football down here in the Rio Grande Valley.
Mhm.
HEB Park still holds a very special place in my heart, where I've got my first opportunity in doing a lot of freelance stuff,
yeah.
which I do for South Texas Border Sports and also for Down in the Valley and their soccer podcast
Mm.
relations. And that stadium will always HB Park will always hold a special place in my heart, near and dear.
All jokes aside, Ray Ray, I'm a big fan
Yes.
of your work. Right.
All
I
jokes
really, I
aside, gentlemen,
really.
you guys have provided like a sports platform unseen in over a decade here in the Rio Grande Valley. Yeah,
Mm.
sure, you're gonna have a sporadic high school football game on the radio. You're gonna have your Real Sports Live that do a lot of high school sports stuff. A lot of these other leagues that come down here every so often, but you guys have taken a different approach, a different angle, which is highly appreciative because you guys have come out with blazing guns out of the chute, and I hope this momentum just continues, it carries, and it seems like you guys are on the right platform because you guys have been doing everything right. I mean, you guys have a website, you guys have a show, uh, almost on a daily basis, so it's something of a change for me.
It's
No, we
cool.
appreciate that. I'm going to give Danny
Mm.
credit for that. All of
Well,
it,
all of you
right?
guys take. I mean, you guys take the fair share of the pie. I mean, this is something I like I said, I mean, there hasn't been like any decent sports content other than what we see on television
Mm.
every day, and also our RGV Sports. They bust out their stories, but
Yeah, they're
those
great.
guys populate their stuff online every day, print twice a week now with the changes that the era has given us, and this era transformational of information. There's just so many other stories that are left out due to the nature of this industry. I mean,
Hmm.
I am no journalist by trade, mind you, but this has always been a field that for so long, I feel like this area has been at least 2 decades behind
Mm.
everything else.
Mm. Wow.
That's kind of the way I look at things. Like we're like behind the 8 ball by at least two good steps.
Mm.
We're trying to change that, man. What kind of stuff do you have in the pipeline for now covering the whole South Line for
Uh,
you?
Southland, once their media days get coming along in Houston, I'm gonna try to grab interviews with all the coaches from that
Nice.
and kind of build a preview off of that. I was there at the spring football game the last few weeks, a couple of months ago when that happened. Um, that kind of left me some questions still, but I think that's still a work in progress. Just that's the only fair conclusion I can come to when it comes to UTRGV football, and that in that angle, yeah, I've yet to see the other schools and start reading upon their progress and how they've built their rosters, especially with a conference that sent three teams into the playoffs.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a big one. I got one more question before I turn it over to Danny and Marco. Tacos or burritos?
Ooh, there's a lot of taco places here in the Rio Grande Valley. Uh, like I said, my go to earlier at Starlight North 23rd, great burritos there. I don't care if they're like that deep fried stuff. That's still a burrito. That's still a burrito. There's even a Starlight in downtown McAllen. That's actually a pretty good place. I want to say they're by the same people too, because when I would go as a little kid with my father, spend my summers there in the downtown area, helping his independent business, uh, that would be my lunch place almost every day.
Yeah,
So for me, that's kind of like my go to burrito place if I had to pick one.
I got you. I get it. Marco, you have any questions? I have one more after.
Um. So, well, Ray, it's nice to meet you. Um.
Nice to meet you as well.
I know I've seen you around a lot at the different athletics events. But it'll be nice to be able to see you in person, meet you in person, and
Same
have a
here.
talk. Yeah.
Same here.
So I got to bring up your push. We had a funny exchange on X where I was like, "Oi, this guy with the push, he doesn't want to take over under. He wants to." I would have said 5, and you would have pushed again, right? There has to be
No,
one guy.
if you had left it at five, I'd I'd bet the over.
Okay,
But it
so
was five.
so what you're saying is my line was perfect. Is what you're saying?
I think it's ideal because
Mm,
generally in FCS programs, there's always that slight drop off. There's always
right.
that slight drop because you change quarterbacks, and now with the era of the transfer portal and everything like that, you kind of take that slight drop.
Hmm.
That's always
Mhm.
been my thing now with this portal era. Some teams reload and do better. Some teams uh drop off severely. Look at Oklahoma State. I mean,
Mhm.
they
Oh
have
yeah.
so much money that now they've kind of become irrelevant in their conference. Now, that's just because they lost Texas and Oklahoma. Imagine if
Yeah.
Texas and Oklahoma would have still stayed in the Big 12.
Yep.
Imagine how relevant they would have continued being.
What positions are you looking forward to seeing this fall practice? Are you going to be at some practices?
Definitely, I'm definitely gonna try to make it out to some practices. The one intriguing position to me at the from UTRGV, how do you
Yeah,
replace a Tony Diaz?
Mm.
How do
big
you
time.
replace
Yeah,
him?
it's true.
How do you replace him with the guy who transferred out to Iowa, another wide receiver who transferred out to Oregon State? I felt like you've lost your two biggest playmakers right there. I mean, yeah, sure, you didn't Eddie Lee Marburger. That's a graduate. That's something you cannot replace with unless it's you've got a big portal arm coming in and Garrett Ranhell. But of course, that's kind of a full of intangibles because you've yet to
Mhm.
see him what he looks like in the real game. At least in the FCS level. I mean, yes, there's film of him in the FBS and whatnot, but to me, what are you going to do at wide receiver? Yeah,
Yeah.
sure, you got Cord, sure, but what's going to be the supplement to him? Who's going to complement him?
Have you had a chance to see the film on the JC guy we signed, Clint
No,
Thomas?
I have not. I have not, to be honest with you.
Check it out. Yeah, we posted it on X and on Instagram. Take a look at it. The film is great, and it's a JC film, right?
Mm.
It's not high
Yeah.
school film,
Okay, I
right?
mean,
So
I mean, nothing wrong with bringing in junior college transfers. In fact, I'm glad that you guys have segued into whether do you bring in another a Division 2 guy, an AIA guy, or do you bring in a
Yeah.
JUCO guy? Right now, the portal is just so volatile that you can have players that were overlooked for Division 1, or because they didn't meet a criteria for being a Division 1 athlete, and they had to settle at an NAIA, a Division 2, maybe even as down to a JUCO. And I mean, I feel like the perfect example that I can give, like, if you can like build your roster upon, look at Kansas baseball this year. I know you
Oh
guys
yeah.
want to talk about UTRGV baseball, but that was the first opponent that UTRGV baseball played this year.
Yeah.
Hmm.
How did they build a roster? Junior college guys. And if you
Mm.
can continue finding these little diamonds and gems in the rough, I mean, hell, I mean, you could potentially find yourself a pretty good little team of just junior college guys that just need that opportunity at the FCS level and continue elevating their play from there.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yep.
do some game previews. Oh, sorry, we're gonna add to that, Marco.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and talking about Kansas, I mean, they're ranked really highly now. I mean, I think they're like 13, 14 last I saw. I mean, they're winning the Big 12. I mean, so getting those guys in with experience, I mean, they're able to come in and produce like that.
Yeah,
Absolutely. And
Kansas is a good team, right? I think they're at large bid, aren't they?
yeah,
Oh, for sure, for sure. Yeah.
they're an at large team in my book.
They're gonna host a regional for sure.
Wow, that's crazy. I wanted to bring up the JC thing. Is
Yeah.
I don't know if you followed UTSA. UTSA went heavy JC. I think they signed like three of the top eight JC players in the transfer portal. So
Yeah, exactly. I
they
mean,
needed to
there's
reload
just as
quick,
good
right?
as
Because they had
talent down there too.
Hmm.
yeah. I mean, they had to reload, right? They had some
Hmm.
pressure. The season didn't live up to the expectation, right? So they really went into the JC and they really on 247 Sports they signed I think three or four of the top 10 players JC. So did you have a chance to see that, Danny?
Yeah, no, I didn't see that, but we talked about the idea of sort of following the Indiana model, but at a
Mm.
lower level. I don't know if you remember
Hmm.
talking. I think it might have been just a group chat where we said maybe that's the thing. You get like some mature older athletes that
Hmm.
have a
Yeah.
ton of experience, and maybe follow that same sort of Indiana model, but at a smaller scale, at the FCS level.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that, right? I mean,
No,
these
no,
players
not
that
at
have
all. I mean,
experience against grown men,
Yeah.
right? There's levels to this, right? High school, I love it. Recruiting high
hmm
school is always going to be there.
hmm
But if you put a high school recruit next to a JC recruit,
hmm
there's something there. What's KJ Doyle talking about?
So
Bringing
they're
in the
Who's
saying
going to
this
West
read
Coast
that?
time,
as well.
Who can read?
I got it. He'll say
I got it.
this time last year, receiver looked rocky too. Luckily, they figured it out, and those redshirt freshmen stepping up. Hope they can do it again this year.
Very, very accurate comment, and appreciate KJ Doyle for
Amen.
jumping in because we had 0 stars. I mean, Zay Nolan
Mm.
was a 0 star. Actually, he went to Texas State, so he might have had a little bit more there. Tony Diaz did not have a bunch of stars,
Mm-mm.
right? So the only thing is the spring game. I would have liked to have seen a lot more. Alex Green flashed, Smith flashed a little bit, right? But we didn't get that breakout, two big plays in the game where you're like, whoa, that
Hmm.
guy, you know, did his thing. So there's a lot of competition that's still going to be left to play out there.
That's tough because it's a spring game too. You're not going to
Yeah,
open
that's
up the
true.
entire playbook, but you do want to see some deep posts, some verticals. Just to see if they can connect, get the crowd involved. Air it out a little bit on some simple plays. I don't know if y'all played Blitz 2000 back in the day, but
Oh yeah,
the bomb. Y'all remember the play the bomb.
I love blitz.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like a deep post with like three verticals. So yeah, just throw a da bomb out there.
Pla- PlayStation One
They
original right
had
there.
Cameron Glenn had a couple that were out there that so I mean I guess they did go down the field a little bit, So yeah, we'll see. What do you think about the spring game, Ray?
Uh, like I said, I mean, to me, I kind of left a bit inconclusive, just based on quarterback play. Running game, I think will be okay there. There's gonna be room because you got a few bruisers in there that can open up some gaps. So I kind of like what I saw there in that department, where that you have that ability to have that big play on the ground and pound game. But like I said, the wide receiver screw is just kind of like, okay, let's see what we can find out there. Let's see what fall practices start to look like.
And the defense. I mean, you got to understand too. What is our defense? We got a
Elite,
top defense in the Southland,
elite. Yeah,
and so you're playing against a secondary, right? I know the linebackers didn't play. Haygood, Rich did not play.
Yeah,
Understood. But all the DBs played, right? You had Peanut out there, TJ Neal, DJ Shaw represented pretty well, right? Ace Andrew was out there making plays, right? You got all those DBs that are there. So it might have been one of those things, kind of smoke and mirrors, right? Kind of what KJ was saying is that we didn't have somebody jump out until the year, and we got to see that. So I think that's more of a testament to our defense, to be honest. What do we think about the running backs?
I
And
mean,
I
like,
specifically want to talk about Lane
yeah,
and Jackson Regan because I know me and Danny are fans of those two guys, and the stable that we have is a pretty
I,
a deep stable that we have. What do you think about them, Ray?
I think Lane fits that 1A category, 1B category. For me, I think he's going to be kind of like that explosive third down guy. If we're going to need, like, if we're facing like a third and short type situation, I think he's the one guy that can break out and get you those chunk 6-7 yard plays in key third down situations to kind of like put a game out of reach or just keep a drive alive. That's what I like about Lane. The other running back is concerned, I kind of like him first down type back situation, but uh, I just feel like the more the ground and pound game develops, I feel like this team can wear down defenses a little quicker than what we saw last year, because last year the dependency on Eddie Lee Marburger doing a little bit of everything kind of like gave the offense that identity, but now you're going to have a different identity on offense this year.
that's a great point. Yeah, there was a lot of escaping the pocket when the play breaks down, finding Tony Diaz down the field. Did I guess did that compensate a little bit for any of the gaps that may have existed last year in the offense? I don't know. I'm just asking the question. And the point about Malachi, I like your point about Malachi. I wonder how much rust he needs to shake off though, because he hasn't played the position in quite some time. But even he's coming from a big program, so it's not like the strength and conditioning isn't going to be there.
Was he a
Absolutely.
3-star or 4-star at Smith Valley?
Four. I
Is
say
it four
four.
star?
I say four.
Wow.
At what
Mm.
position though? Because I think he played both running back and linebacker.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
I mean, Fabian Garcia is the number one back right now, right? That's what we took away from the spring game. Is Fabian took the majority of the reps. TJ Dement was hurt,
hmm
right? But Fabian did a lot of the work, and was the most impressive. I think. I'm trying to think of I'm trying to think who else had a. There was another running back that flashed a little bit, but Fabian had the touchdown, right? Which is what everybody remembers is the touchdown. So
Yeah,
No,
I
nobody
try not.
remembers the interceptions or that drop snapped on the first play.
no, no, who cares about that? Come on, Ray. What are we talking about here?
I try not to put too much weight in a spring game though.
Neither do I.
Where it's a bit of a dress rehearsal. You mean you see uh spring game standouts, for other teams, throughout college
Yeah.
football, and then they disappear come fall camp or the season. So it's encouraging to see flashes, but I wouldn't put all my eggs in that basket, so to speak.
Yeah, you can't be a spring game all star, right? And then not do
Mhm.
anything during the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring up one thing because man, somebody hit the portal that's kind of big. I thought for us, Williams. Do you guys see that?
Yeah, and
Jarius Williams,
I don't
Jay
think the
Will.
portal is open. It might be that he was in there all along and it wasn't communicated.
Well, that's the conversation, right?
Hmm.
Because
Hmm.
we track it pretty closely, right, Danny? Like I'm on it, you're on it, and I didn't see an announcement from him in the portal during the portal period.
No.
Well, I didn't see that. So I don't know if it's maybe a portal JUCO play, maybe maybe trying to get go down to JUCO or something like that. But he was a guy that did flash in
Mm-hmm.
the spring game. Number 38, Jay Will played really well in the spring game. So I'm interested to see if he stays with us or leaves. Maybe he was in the portal we didn't know because they don't have to announce it to us. I mean, you never know.
No, they don't.
No.
So that's going to be an interesting one to track to see what happens with him because I think he had a chance to start. I think he started on that team.
Hmm.
So, Marco, any final thoughts? You're looking pretty pissed off.
No, no, it's just my face.
You got the resting pissed off face.
Always, always, always.
Ray, any final thoughts? Because I think it's almost time to wrap up.
Yeah, I know it's well past your bedtime, so being close to 10 p.m. But guys, thank you so much for this last second invite. I know I was chirping a little bit, and I kind of had to
No,
like compensate for it a little bit.
that's okay. It's all fun and games until somebody gets slapped. We're good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I have a bad
but
ankle, so I'm
but
not
guys,
slapping
I
anybody.
mean, I got to give you guys some props. I mean, you guys are doing one hell of a job here with this. The Sunday night sports talks is kind of like a fantastic thing here in the Rio Grande Valley. I mean, that there isn't a major platform for it, like say a radio station or that you guys have this YouTube channel streaming it on X and on Facebook as well. It's very fun. Uh,
Mhm.
I've enjoyed myself for the brief 20 minutes that I've been on this thing. So thank you guys for having me on here at the last possible second, I guess.
Hmm.
Thank you for stepping up, man. You're not just the Twitter fingers. You came through. You accepted the invite, right? I respect it, but it's all fun. It's all fun, man. It's
Hey man,
everything we
it's all
do is
fun.
fun. I'm
Look,
supporting
if I
your
can,
stuff.
if I can
Uh,
provide a grain of rice, I'll do that. I mean, that's what the valley's all about. If you can contribute a grain of rice, a bag of beans, or whatever you can to help out one in need, hey, let's do it.
Just
yeah,
just
or
don't
you
put
can
that just don't put that rice in the burrito because burritos already come with too much rice, bro.
get out of here, broski.
Oh
I
wow,
was I was gonna say
haymaker to
don't
close
take a
it.
rock and put it under
Wow.
my shoe is
I
what
don't
I was
know,
gonna
man. That
say.
was just a weak alley oop toss on your end.
I don't know, fellas, man. It seems like the later we do this, the more people come on because we have more people watching now than we did at 8 o'clock.
Good lord.
So
Hmm.
9 o'clock at night, maybe the move, Marco and Danny. If we're looking to do it,
Yeah.
it's kind of
Oh
tough. It's
geez.
not
It's
easy.
it's because people are laying down in bed right now, chilling, just scrolling their phone, and they're like, "Wonder what these idiots are doing."
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, Amazon Prime. Let's just put it to you this way: Amazon Prime is like the worst thing to happen to sports. Period.
Is that weird? I couldn't find the game last night. I was like, "Where's the game at?"
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
I mean, I
And
had
we're
to
gonna
turn to
talk other
I
sports
had to
too.
turn to hockey, baseball, but Prime. Come on, man!
Mhm.
Don't
Yeah,
ruin
it's a
it for
little whack.
us.
We'll talk other sports. My Lakers are off, so we can't talk Lakers. Spurs though. What's up? What's up with the Spurs? OKC tomorrow.
Yeah,
That's gonna be a
that's
fun
gonna
one.
be a fun series.
Yeah.
Who do you got, Ray?
I've got this one going seven.
Okay.
Really
And
honest.
who's winning?
I gotta say OKC just based on the
Yeah.
experience. They
Yeah, I
they
get it. How
they
about you,
they've
Danny?
been there.
I'll be honest with you. I have not watched as much NBA playoffs as I would like to, but I'm be and I grew up a Dallas Mavericks fan, so I should
Makes
hate.
two of us.
Yeah, the Michael Finley, Steve Nash, and Dirk Nowitzki. Like that's
That's the
the
prime.
big three and Big D was on me in the 2000s. So I
Yep.
should hate on the Spurs, but I like that they've kind of come out of the depths of NBA hell and
Yeah.
have built a really good team. So I gotta cheer for the Spurs. I'll take them in 7.
Marco, what do you got?
I'm Spurs for sure. For sure. Danny had his big three in Dallas. I was all Parker, Ginobili, Duncan
Yeah,
for San Antonio. So I'm going Spurs.
The better in me wants to say OKC in 6,
that's
but
possible.
Ooh.
I'm going to say
Wow.
Spurs in 6.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Wemby is going to go crazy, and I
If he
think this is going to be a different series. And I think that Harper, and I think that Aaron Fox, and I think that Spurs team is going to give OKC some problems. Now, the kicker is it Williams, the guy that's hurt? Is he hurt still? He wears the bell bottoms, which I'm not a fan of. Seems like something Ray would wear. I'm not a fan of those. What's his? Is it Williams? It's Williams, right? There's two Williams,
Yeah.
but the one of the best Williams is hurt. So if
Mhm.
he's hurt, I really think the Spurs can do it in 6, and I'll leave the bell bottoms to Ray.
Nah, I don't do bell bottoms, amigo. I'll leave the weak alley oop attempts to you.
All right, we're signing off. Everybody's still here. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate Ray for joining. Danny on a travel day, man. We miss you, man. Hopefully, we can get you
Mm.
on next week to get the team back together. And Marco, always a pleasure, my brother.
Yep. Yep.
And
Yeah,
we got an
fun
invite
night.
going out for some birthday parties. So Danny and Marco, you got to come down. Ray, you might have to come over and put the swim trunks on, my boy.
Oh boy, that's not going to be a. It's going to be NSFW.
Hey, me and you can go down the slide, man. I'll go first, or you want to go first?
Paper rock scissors, 2 out of 3.
I'm gonna say no to both of those. All right, man. You guys have a good night. Appreciate you guys, and we'll do it again next Sunday.
All
Peace
right.
out.
Good
All
night.
right, peace out.
Peace out.